On the Wado Radio Show.
Of course, man, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry. And, man, we got a vet, man. Dude's killing the game right now. We got Fern from Social Club on the line with us. Fernie, what's up, brother?
How you doing, Wado, man? It's great to be here. Good to hear from you.
Man, always, man. How you been, bro?
I feel good, man. I feel like, for the lack of a term, I feel like I hit the lottery, man. I can't be looking any better, man. I thank God, man. Watching my babies grow, and it's just amazing to be able to be in the season that I'm in right now. I love it. Thank God.
That's good, man. It's good. How does it feel to get this EP out, man?
Feels amazing, man. It was just like, it's crazy because I could have, I've been doing music for a while, so I felt like I always thought I was going to come out when I was 18. Then I thought I was going to do it when I was 21.
Yeah.
Then I thought I was going to come out when I was 25. Then I went to prison. And then, you know what? Here I am now. And this seemed to be the perfect time for it. So.
Yeah. Man, one of the things that I always appreciate about you is that there's not too many people in our scene that are genuinely thankful for every single moment that happens. And I know part of that is just because you've been to prison, and so this is almost like a second lease on life for you, man. But I just want to tell you publicly, bro, like I really appreciate that part of your spirit, man.
Thank you, man. I mean, like I said, I think I was telling somebody the other day, like, it's real life. So when it happens to you in real time and these things happen to you in real life, and you happen to be somebody like me who does music, it's like, like sometimes I even think about it, like how long can I talk about this stuff? But it's like every single time that I take time to put a rhyme together, it's like, it's still time for that. It's still a season for that. Someone still needs to hear something. So, if you really start to listen to the EP, you start to see me maturing and becoming more of a father, and almost like, leaving the past in the past, and almost just like, taken to that new role that I've embraced in God's name. But I still had to talk about some things in the past. So I talked about some things in the past and things that I went through and recollected on the tracks. But I wanted to like leave it open for me to just grow older and just be a father and just be a good church man and, help my community. I wanted to leave that aspect of the new up and coming Fern to be able to be introduced. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I still went hard. But I wanted to leave room to show, the compassion and like what fatherhood has really brought to me. So, which is a lot of the stuff that you'll start to see in the future too. Because growing up with my two, man, I can't do nothing else but rap about it.
Yeah, yeah. Man, one of the things that I love about the EP is, I think you did a amazing job of marrying like the street stuff, like, where you came from, what you've been through with the actual answer to these situations. And a lot of times we talk a lot about either the answer or a lot about the problem, but rarely do you get both of them at the same time.
I mean, I that's where the word spiritual came from. Like, I mean, my father's a bishop. I grew up in the church. I knew better. I knew what I should have been doing. Even when I was doing my worst dirt, I knew I should have had my butt in that church, playing them drums, doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it all worked out for a plan. And, I could never, I was asked this a couple times, would you do it all over again? How would you change it? This and that. I said, man, as long as I ended up here, I would never change a thing. 'Cause this is amazing. Hey, I wouldn't change a thing, Wado, man. Yeah. Waking up at 3:45 with the sarge in your face and this and that. Get up, go to work, inmate, all of that. I went, go shave, go do that. I wouldn't change none of that because of where I am today. When I look at my kids' eyes and I see my wife and, I get to travel with my brother Marty and I mean, it's like this. I don't wish it on nobody, to be honest with you. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, no time in prison, man. But you know what? In my life, that's what it took for me to realize and observe, what the calling was for me. I was being real ignorant and real silly, So it was like my college. It was a quick college, you know what I'm saying? So I was blessed to be able to make it through in one piece. Thank God.
That's dope, bro. You we were kind of talking about this before we went on the air, before we went live on the air, and
Yeah.
you enlisted the help of some mainstream producers, obviously Street Runner, and
Yeah.
then we all know N.O.R.E. and we all know Cap-1 to kind of communicate the
Yeah.
message. And again, one of the things that I thought was really dope about the situation is even though these guys were a part of the project, there was a clear point back to Jesus in this situation, and not just, oh, let's do a positive song to get some of their fans to peer into this, but more so, this is actually the answer on those same records, bro.
Listen, one thing that I know, and you get people that ask you, hey, how could you, and like the day I dropped the Cap-1 record, the N.O.R.E records, like, how could you do a song with those guys? And this and that. I said, listen, I'm here to influence the influencers. My job is to be a light in the darkness and show up and be able to do a song with a Cap-1 or a Noriega and be able for that moment in time, just be linked up and unified in one train of thought. And if I could make that happen, I thought that was unique and that was dope. That, we don't have to agree on everything, but if we could just align it for 1 second real quick on this music and just, spread a positive message. And I was able, like I said, they were able to, do what they did. And I thought it was amazing the way that they were able to adapt to the situation. But, what I wanted to do was be able to influence their fans into showing that on this side, it's beautiful. On this side, we got it going on too, but we praise Jesus. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music is real, the message is real, the stories are real, everything is authentic. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted them to know that, it's lucrative over here. There's so many beautiful moves to be made. There's so many, music is music. They got record deals, they got everything for everybody. I just wanted them to know that, not only like Christian rap is not soft, that's the cliche thing, but I just wanted them to know that it was legit, that it was dope, and it could be together, regardless of what we may agree or disagree upon. In that moment in time, Jesus was glorified, and that was my job. My job is to plant the seeds. I pray for rain. I let God do all the work. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to help him out. I just do what I'm supposed to do, and at the end of the day, I just want to see God's will be done, and I just want to see God glorified.
Why do you think it's important for them to understand that this is that it could be lucrative over here, that this could be a real industry over here, that there's real opportunity over here?
Because, for people always have said, oh, it's not popping over there, y'all. It's corny over there, this and that. Whatever they've said in the past, whatever people have said, I don't know. Because I grew up on old school Christian rap. I know the old school pioneers, like I know Andy Mineo right now.
Yep.
I just wanted people to know that, the same way Philly Freeway, he raps about what he believes in and he puts it in his raps. I wanted to be able to, share whatever I believe, whatever I felt, I wanted to display on the track, and it didn't have to be minimized just because I said the name of Jesus in it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want to push the culture to the fact or to the point that Jesus is welcome in the culture.
How did those conversations go with them when you gave them the vision for the songs?
Well, to be honest, I just told them, I said, listen, man, I rep the Most High. It was quick conversations with management. To be honest with you, I spoke to their management, and then we were able to speak. One time I spoke with N.O.R.E, and I just shared my vision. I said I rep the Most High, and I just want to be able to, show that the streets don't love you. That's how that theme even started when I sent the email to Cap-1 at one point. I was like, look, Cap, tell them the streets don't love you. You know what I'm saying? And we got to find an answer to this question. Like what you said, we want to be able to show the kids that, it's not for everybody. Not everybody, everybody's so easy to go to the streets now, and everybody just follows the trends and all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not built for that, So, at the end of the day, you got to, that monkey see, monkey do. As easy as they taught us that as we were kids, that's how easy it is. You can't just do what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some kind of discipline. You gotta have some kind of morals and boundaries, man, to like really hold you in there. So that's where Jesus comes in my faith and things of that nature. So,
what's crazy, bro? Like I was thinking about this the other day. It's like for generations and generations, like we tell people, man, listen, if you go down this road, this street path, there's only two places that you wind up, dead or in jail. Yet
Yeah.
people still do it year in, year out, month in, month out. Why do you think generation after generation, despite knowing that, or despite people telling you there's only two places you end up, dead or in jail, why do people still go down that path?
You know what it is, man? I remember, like I said, when I was going through my stuff, you felt like a superhero. You feel like you can't be stopped. You can see the commercials on TV. You can see Channel 7, this happened. Your friend can tell you, yo, uncle, what's so-and-so? He got jammed up. But you know what? Until it happens to you, you always feel like you got that cape on. Because that's what I recollect when I think back. I'm like, yo, Fern, you was doing the craziest things. How could you not think that was foolish? Exactly right. I didn't think it was foolish. I didn't think it was foolish. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking rationally. I couldn't have been thinking rationally because the things we were doing were so beyond what a normal human being is supposed to be doing. You know, so it's just like, obviously we had the train of thought at that time. The way we were thinking was so different, or so to a different direction, because of the things we were doing, because of the substances we were taking, and just the way our lifestyle was. Just had us in a frame of mind that didn't think about consequence. You didn't think about, I never thought about that. I never thought about getting hemmed up. Never. You know what I'm saying? And then just one day, hey, Hollywood narcotics, like, oh my God, what the heck? And you know what? Like I said, it was irrational thinking, because the whole time, if I was using a right mind, I could have seen what was happening. I should have known what was happening, because you start to do things repetitiously. You start to do so many things in a routine. That's when they start to get info on you, and they get you, you know, and then you're just so caught up in your mind and the things that you're doing, because you're so foggy and you're so caught up in the substances that you don't even know what's happening to you. And it just jumps out at you one day.
And that was
it's so crazy, because when it happened to me, I'm going to keep it a trillion. I was so tired, Wado. I was so tired. Even though it was the worst day of my life, bro, I slid down that police car like, damn, I was so tired. I just, you never even knew. You never knew until you knew it was over. Then all your feelings came back, like you caught up and all that. But you're like your feelings came back, like, cause you're numb. It's like you're numb for so long. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, all your feelings come back. Reality hits, because that's what it took. It took that stop sign. Some kids need a stop sign, and they haven't gotten it yet. For some kids, it's jail. For some kids, it's, other things, but it gets them to tighten up, and it gets them to see, what they need to see, because we get so caught up in how we're living. We totally forget what reality is. That's super trillion, 1 trillion. Man, how I felt real. About it.
That's so real, bro. That's so real.
I wanted to take the time to that's why I wanted to take the time to really paint it like that, because you know what, we could talk about the same. Everybody could say, oh, I did this, I did that, and this what I did. No, I want to take the time to do a different thing on this interview. I want to take the time to paint it, because I need the kids to really know it's beyond the music. The music is the vehicle. It gets the attention. It's the conversation piece, the bridge to draw you over, and we can point you to what that answer is. And to us, that's our Father. That's God. That's Jesus. But, I just want to take the time on these interviews. I don't just want to, say these answers, and this is so cliche. And I look back at the archives, and almost every rapper said the same thing. That's not going to be us. That's not going to be this interview. And I wanted to tell the folks that I wanted to take the time for the people on the Wado radio show. This interview is going to go in real quick. So.
It's good, bro. You know what? Another thing that it was a pleasant surprise with 68 and Douglas is I felt like musically, man, like you and your producer had such great chemistry, bro. Like this music fits you perfectly. Even though we're used to hearing you on the Social Club stuff, but it seems like so natural. Like this was almost like it's you by yourself, but it's like it fits you so perfectly, dog.
Well, to be honest with you, me and Street Runner.
Yeah.
I know him for a long time. We know each other since the early 2000s. He's the first producer that heard me when I just used to freestyle, and I didn't even jot anything down. I was just right off the dome, and And it just always sounded so super calculated that when he heard it, he's like, yo, you need to really like sit down and formulate this stuff. You really need to like write this stuff down. I think you got what it takes, and we need to do some things. So we started making music together, like I said, for a long time. And when I was in prison, I always had his number. I always stayed in contact. I always made sure that even when I come home for furloughs from work release, I'd call him up and say, hey, I'm almost home. My time's almost up, man. I want to make this music. And he's like, don't you worry about it, man. You just keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused, man. And when you come home, we'll take care of it accordingly when it's time. And, you know, and it was always like this. It's like, hey, when you come home, make sure you do everything you got to do to, you know, get your buzz up, build your fan base, do what you got to do. And when you're ready for all that, we'll talk about it. We'll make sure everything's lined up. And sure enough, you know, I did that, you know, through Social Club and through the favor of God. We've been able to, you know, do a lot of things through Social Club that, you know, set up a nice situation for this EP right here. So, you know, like I said, Street Runner and I, we go way back, and he knows how I flow. He knows what my life's about. He knows me. So when he made these beats, you're like, yo, they're made just for you. That's why I told the people I made the music just for them. Because the same way Street Runner made it just for me, I put it right back out for them. You know what I'm saying? So he knows me. That's really the answer to that question. We know each other, and the chemistry was 1 trillion.
It's evident, bro. You know, I listen to a lot of music, bro. A lot of music, and you can tell the projects where it's just somebody bought a beat from somebody,
yeah,
versus somebody produced a record for somebody.
Yeah,
it's just a different feel, bro. It's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you got that from the first song, from Victory. As soon as it comes on, bro.
I come from a time where I've seen all the greats. Everybody that they talk about when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to the late greats, you know, when they talk about Pac and Big and Jay and Nas and Cam and all this stuff, DMX and all this stuff, I was there when all those people first came out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that's giving some age, but you know what? That's just being real. So I got to see the golden era. Yep. I was able to see it when Rakim took it. And passed it on to Nas, and you know, it just kept going forward and on, like as far as the, you know, the session, the season, and you know, I come from that, so I heard that. I used to record that stuff on cassette tapes. I used to, you know, I was versed in all of that stuff. So when I started doing my own music, you know, it's only right that, like, even when I played the trumpet, I'm actually a trumpet player as well. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
You know, when you practice to be the great ones. You practice off the great ones albums and CDs like Arturo Sandoval, Maynard Ferguson, and these are trumpet greats, and I would practice and learn their solos. Same thing with the artists. You know, you have your favorite artists that you would like, and you start to mimic them, and you know, you have the ones you like, and you start to feel like that. You know, that's just how it is. Hip hop is that powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be able to not only make music, you know, to just like supply a trend or just to be trendy. Like, I heard every music that's out right now, and I couldn't go in the studio and just regurgitate it. That's just not me. So I had to go in the studio. I was inspired by a lot of music, but I wasn't inspired to copy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was inspired to go make records. I heard music that made me want to record. It's like, yo, Fern, you got to get in here now. You feel me? So, but that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, like, this record was just so, I wanted it to be authentic hip-hop wise, but I also wanted it to be one of the first times, if not the first time, that the gospel was actually brought not only through the rhyme portion inside of it, but through an actual gospel message through my brother Chris Durso, who was involved in it. So that was legendary for us. I remember talking to him on the phone. Was like, I want to really bring the gospel. I want to have I want to start open a service, and I want to basically have an altar call. And if you notice, when the EP opens up, it opens up, hey, everybody got their Bibles today? Who's ready for church today? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But let me tell you what that means. What that means is, see, I'm a son of a bishop. So ever since I was brought into this world, I've been in the church. And that's why I started it like that. Because when my life started, I was born right into the church. So I gave you that feel. And no matter what I went through in life, I always had the Holy Spirit convicting me, you feel me? So that's why in between each song, you'll hear another excerpt or you'll hear another tear off at the end, because no matter what I went through in life, God was always there. And I always acknowledged it. I didn't always follow the voice, but I was always aware. And that's why it's so powerful to me right now that he never left me, because for so long I knew he was there and I was aware, and I still continued to do what I wanted to do. But you know what? He's good. He stayed with me. He saw me through. And that's why I put them all through right through the project. I seen them woven right into the fabric. I wanted to make sure. I mean, I know these people are listening, and I want these kids to know. I want them to know that, this music is about God. It's about recollecting and letting people know what I went through and whatever I want to talk about in music, but it's about God, man. Straight up.
It's good, bro. It reminds me. It reminds me of there was a time in Christian rap where, man, more people put sermons in their music. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought that was really dope. And you guys have had Chris on a lot of your projects.
Yeah, he's a brother of ours. Yeah. He's a longtime collaborator. I mean, I just wanted to legit bring the gospel and how people are like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you rap, but you didn't. I said, listen, I know you hear the Lord in my words, but check this out. I wanted to make sure that the whole experience was cultivated in that same spirit. Sure. I wanted the whole. That's why I even told people when I passed the EP out early, I was like, yo, you got to sit down for these 21 minutes, put the headphones on, lay back, close your eyes. I need the 21 minutes from your life. I'm like, if you can't do it, don't listen to it. Get in the car. If you're taking a 20-minute ride on a turnpike, get in the car and put the CD on. If you're not ready for 21 minutes, because it's themed out. Even after the end of No Love, you hear the wind and you hear the bells and you hear it chime in and it bleeds into the next Supreme record, and it's just all themed out. It's just there's a lot of thinking that went into it, and I know a lot of people are just getting music and just kind of going through it real fast and yeah, it's dope, and then they're off to the next CD. I want people to understand that I made this music for you guys to be able to hold on to it for a minute. It's yours. You own it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to own it. I want you to listen to it. I want you to see what things resonate with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I took time to create a work of art for you guys that's going to help you. And I don't just want it to get skimmed over so fast. I know that the charts move up and down real fast. The next guy comes up. But since I have the position to tell you this right now, I want you to take the time to listen to it. Don't just skim through it. Don't just listen to one song. Listen to all of it straight through, 21 minutes. You won't be mad.
It's dope, bro.
Won't be mad. You won't be mad.
Hey, so look, man. So last time you and Marty were on, you guys talked about maybe signing a record deal with someone that may happen. Not that it was imminent, but that it may happen. Where you guys at with that right now?
Those things are still on the table. I give you one little tidbit of info. And those things are still on the table. and thank God, man, there's been a forward movement with something, and we're going to keep it super under wraps, but I'm going to tell you there is something brewing. Nice. And when the right things happen, when everything gets lined up, I'm sure we'll be able to speak on it a little bit further. But there is something brewing, and it's an amazing work of God, and we're nothing but thankful. But like I said, we're going to keep a little bit under wraps, and for the most part, we're going to keep going, chugging at it independent, and just doing it just like God intended us to do it. But, I know a lot of people out there rapping, and I wrote a lot of stuff in my songs. I talked to the younger guys in there. I just want people to live life. I want people to live life. That's all. Live a little bit of life and, go to college or work a job, or don't just jump to the rapping. Get a little bit of life experience, work experience. You know what I'm saying? Help your mom, help your dad, do what you got to do in life. Finish up some things. Get some life experience. I guess that's the best word. Because I know me as an artist, when I want to hear something, I need to hear something that's going to wow me. Mm. So I say that to the next generation. I just want to hear something that's wow. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for nothing trendy. Me as an artist, who I look for stuff that I want to listen to out there, to all the future generation of people making music. I just want real music from your soul, something that, is kind of far and beyond right now. I just want people to be able to create freely and be able to not be inhibited and know that they are loved by God and favored by God, especially if you're calling. You know you're calling. You should know if you're making dope music, you know it. You know what I'm saying? It's never a question. What do you think about that, Wado? I feel like sometimes people try to talk like they doing the music when they know it's horrible. And it's not about me saying it, but I mean, it's just facts. It's facts. It's like there's hobby and then there's real. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just want people to take it seriously, respectfully, especially when you start to move the message of God. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that it's popping, that it's dope, and it's not only your cousin saying it, it's not only your youth pastor saying it, it's your whole youth group, it's the whole conference saying it. You know what I'm saying? I want people to really understand that this is not a joke, and it's just something that could be so awesome and so amazing for the right people. So, you know, everybody's not going to be a rapper. Some people are going to cut hair. Some people are going to be professional surfers. Some people are going to be professional cameramen, professional journalists like yourself, and DJs. And there's room for everybody. I just want to hear that wow. And I hope that I brought that wow to y'all. You know, I know I'm talking a lot here, but I just wanted to be able to say that too, because that's a big deal. I want to be able to curate the culture. I don't just want it to be flooded with all this crazy abundance of music, but nothing's really coming through. I want the real stuff to be able to come through and the message to really be able to get heard so we can infiltrate this mainstream culture, you know, and then when they put their eyes on us, they're like, man, but they really trimmed the fat. They're looking really good, this CHH or whatever it is they call it. It's looking really good over here, you know what I'm saying? And people can start to listen, and we start to become the bridge from the pastor to the tattooist, and then we start to be able to dialogue and create together and start to agree more because we start to talk more and understand each other more. That's what I want to create with this EP. 6A in Douglas, that's basically where I live. So basically these songs were so close to home that I called it that. And I called it my home. So I want to bring all the prodigal sons home, everybody who's been wild and all them young people. I know you tired. Come on home. I wanted 6A in Douglas to be that theme music for you to come home. You know, come hug your mother. Come give your father his dreams come true and bring his son home. You know, so this music is way beyond just rapping. This music is something that I want people to take with them and carry it in their heart because I made it for them. I made it to help them get through. And I did it with Jesus, so I laced it in the music. I made sure to put Jesus in that music because that's my medicine. So,
amen. Fern, man, it's just good stuff, brother.
I want to paint it, man. I'm telling you, I want to talk to him. So,
man, it's oozing out of you, brother. You can tell that's your heart, dude.
I didn't really take too many interviews. I did one other interview, and this is the other interview that I'm doing. Because I want to be able to shift the culture properly, you know. And like I said, when I took this interview, I knew that you were versed in the hip hop culture, and I love that, you know. So I wanted to be able to talk rap with you, like I wanted to be able to talk Bible with you. So that's dope. That's spiritual. That's street plus church. That's that movement we're trying to bring. Because we know that there's people out there who come from the streets, and we're a little rough on the edges, but we love God. We love to serve. And we need to address those people as well because we love them and we need to show them love. So,
amen. I'm glad you did this project, brother.
It was fun, man. I'll drop a little tidbit real quick. We're gonna keep working. Me and Street Runner. We're gonna keep working, and you can look forward to more stuff. Obviously, you can look forward to our first quarter Social Club album. I know I could say that. There's just a lot of beautiful things that are lining up. You could look to definite tour coming out first quarter. Start to look for that. We'll start to probably talk about it as soon as a couple more things get ironed out.
That's overdue. That's overdue.
I mean, that's how I felt, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as we get these details right, we're going to come right to the Wado show and make it clear and keep it 100% 1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that Social Club tour. The thing is, y'all get booked so much, you probably even had to think about it. Does it make sense to tour? But man, the people want the Social Club tour, bro.
Listen, I just told them get the buses out. I told them, I said get the buses out. We out here. Let's do it. So I love you guys, man. I love everybody on the Wado show. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Fern, you know what it is, brother.
Listen, man, I just want to say, for those who haven't really heard about me before, my name is Fern. I know we could have started the interview like this, but I'll end it like this. My name is Fern. I'm one half of the Social Club. We've been putting out work for about 3 years, and Marty put out an EP in September, and then I've been blessed to put one out just a few days ago. I just want to tell you guys, we make this music for you guys to be able to get through what you got to get through. You know, the Lord inspires us, and He makes us want to write. I got to tell you, who wants to just write all day? I tell you what, I do. I know not everyone wants to write all day, but, you know, we get these songs and we just continue to put them out. And, if it was up to me, I'd drop a song every day, Wade, to be honest with you. I record a song every day. I have the resource to mix it every day. It's just, you know, I got to respect the game and the way that these things work. And, you know, but for the most part, you know, it's something that I love to do. And we wanted to bring it to you guys and keep giving you this content and keep giving you more music that you guys can feel inspired and keep walking in your walk, because we love you. So from Fern, I just want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all fixating Douglas out in stores now. And Wade Show, you know what it is. I love y'all.
Absolutely, brother. Love you too, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Man, that's good, bro.
On the Wade Radio Show. On the Wade Radio. On the Wade Radio Show, where it's much more than music, it's ministry.